official ceremony of the farm now. That'll be the final chapter.
Okay,
Winnie the Pooh.
can you all hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, this is chapter 12, and hopefully the last chapter, in which Christopher Robin and his friends go on a picnic to celebrate the reopening of the footpath through the 100-acre wood.
Yay!
For several weeks, Christopher Robin and all the animals in the 100-acre wood had noticed that what the fracking company told the newspapers had not matched what they actually appeared to be doing. The humans who lived in the village near the woods and the animals that could read, that's owl and rabbit, had seen in the paper that Mr. Joe McTavish was going to take some of the equipment off the fracking well to use at another well. Then Mr. McTavish had suddenly mysteriously been replaced by another boss called Mr. Linnett. Suddenly, all of the equipment had been taken away from the fracking well, leaving just one giant tap sticking up out of the ground. At first only Owl could see this, but then all the scaffolding around the well that screened the site had been taken down, and Pooh and Piglet and Eeyore and Rabbit pressed their noses against the perimeter fence and peered at the empty well site. Eeyore was the first to speak. "Coming back in the autumn, my tail," he said. "Why would they take everything away if they intended to come back in 6 months? Liars and cheats, if you ask me." Christopher Robin took a more reasonable tone, but then he'd never been unfairly arrested like Eeyore had. "If Mr. Clark in the Parliament House is going to give them permission, they might come back." "Poppycock," said Eeyore. "Everyone knows Mr. Linnett is almost bankrupt. He might well sell the well to even badder men. Then the fun will really start." "How can there be badder men than Mr. Linnett?" asked Pooh. "Don't get me started," replied Eeyore. "Deceit and whatnot, overthrowing of the democratic process, ignoring the will of the people, invading national parks and stately homes, corporate greed and climate change. Evil, just evil." Pooh didn't have a clue what Eeyore was talking about, but it sounded bad and Eeyore was clearly very cross. Rabbit shaded his eyes against the warm spring sunshine and looked towards the gates of the fracking site. "They said they would reopen the footpath over the summer. Now there's no big trucks going in and out. They don't seem to be in any hurry to do that." "What do you expect from men who wouldn't recognise the truth if it kicked them up the bottom?" said Eeyore. "Eeyore, calm down, you'll upset yourself," said Piglet. "Thank you for your concern, little Piglet, but it's being angry that gives me raison d'etre." Eeyore assured him. Pooh didn't know what raison d'etre was, but he assumed it came with mixed nuts and possibly a chocolate coating, and probably went well with honey. He found himself drooling and licked his chops. He made a note to himself to be at Eeyore's house for 11s next time Eeyore got angry and some raisin d'etre was delivered. Christopher Robin turned away from the chain link fence around the well. "Let's go and find Kanga, Roo and Tigger. They're up on the road near the gates with the people where they've been living in their caravans. They're all packing up to leave for the summer. Kanga's tea caravan has already gone, so she's serving tea from a table again." At the well gates, everyone had been busy tidying up. All the placards and banners that had been attached to the fence had gone. The hedges had been tidied and people had planted brightly coloured flowers in the hedgerow. A nice man from the council had delivered soil to repair the grass verges, trampled by so many muddy feet and rotted by car tyres. Now the protectors of the countryside were raking out the soil and planting grass and wildflower seed. Small birds flitted about the hedge on the feeders of peanuts and fat so kindly supplied by the local people. "Isn't it wonderful, Pooh," said Piglet, "to meet so many people who really care about this beautiful countryside and who want it to remain a safe and lovely place to live?" "It is," said Pooh, And the flowers will bring the bees, and the bees will make honey for me, which can only be good. And grass for Rabbit, and thistles for Eeyore, added Piglet. He thought for a moment. Are they planting acorns to grow acorn trees? I'm sure they will if you ask them, replied Pooh. Kanga was busy serving tea and cake to the busy people. All the policemen had gone, and good riddance to them, muttered Eeyore. Kanga and Roo were playing hopscotch on the edge of the road and running back to Kanga every time a car came along. Many of the cars hooted their support as they passed. A few made a very rude sign with their middle finger. Some people, said Rabbit, wouldn't be satisfied if the protectors made the field where they'd camped into a country park complete with an ornamental lake and a classical gazebo. You can't please some people all the time, so let's not try. Amen, said Eeyore. Christopher Robin greeted Kanga. Thanks for all your hard work here over the long, cold, wet winter, and I hope you're feeling better than you did. Much better, thank you, said Kanga. Are you joining us for a picnic next Tuesday? The footpath into the 100 acres wood as that past the fracking well is being reopened, and we're joining the humans for celebratory walk and picnic with music and dancing and singing and stories. There might even be some prayers from the vicar and the bishop. We'll all be here, said Christopher Robin. None of us would want to miss it. And so it was on a spring day in April. All the people and the animals from the village, from the woods, and all the other villages and towns in the dale joined in celebration and thanks that at least for now the threat to the 100-acre wood had gone. The next day Pooh and Piglet sat in a clearing in the wood with Christopher Robin. Birds were singing and the bees buzzed from flower to flower. The stream through the wood gurgled softly over the pebbles, and a gentle breeze rustled the dried grass stems from the last autumn. The buds on the beech trees were beginning to open. Is that the end of the story? Asked Piglet. I don't think there'll ever be an end, said Christopher Robin. So long as there are corrupt politicians, apathetic people and greedy, soulless businessmen, the story will go on. Because every person who does not care about this earth, for every one of them, for every person willing to put profit before beauty, for every person destroying rather than creating, there are hundreds of us who will fight for the planet, who will dig and plant and grow. For every tree cut down, more will be planted. Homes will be made for the birds and animals. People who care will make sure of that. But is that the end of the story for now? Asked Pooh. I hope so, said Christopher Robin. I really hope so. Oh, Thank you.